Just one more time.
Cut. Action. Take 1.
Oh shit. No, she's a take 3.
Action. Take 3. Take 4.
Yeah, exactly. Action. Take 4.
I'm ready.
So this morning I woke up and I felt good, but I felt a lot of energy coming forward again, like I was the couple of days before. So we're on our walk, and my practice on our walk has been this like I just turn on my music, and it's like I give all of my energy to myself. It's almost like just my time to honor my energy, honor myself, and I just really try and stay in that space. But it was like a prick in my side today, because it was like that feeling again of like, I know I'm moving forward with creating new things with the energetic alchemist, but I don't know what that is in advance. You know, and it's like that struggle of like, but I don't know what I'm doing. And so I wanted to kind of channel today and ground, like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And staying connected to that creativity and myself, and just remembering, kind of letting myself off the hook a little bit too, and just remembering like there is no instruction booklet for this path. And somebody had mentioned, and it was a very good thing that they did, but they had mentioned how, you know, in my old videos, I would just jump on and talk. And I did. But I was so like lost in the message, if that makes sense. Like I was so just consumed in like what everybody else needed, that it was just so unsatisfying. So the part of this journey with making these videos that I had been struggling with, and was kind of finding myself in that frustrating energy this morning, was just, how do I do this? Where do I go? Because it's not lined up for me. There's no, you know, it's like, well, whatever you want it to be, whatever you want this to be, it can be. And while that energy is really exciting, when you're used to playing around in the etheric realms, it's like, how do you ground it in, right? Because where you're good with like action oriented things and putting things into motion, I'm much better at being a visionary than I am at taking something and like creating with it. So it's been such a huge part of my process, and I felt that kind of coming up today. And so instead of going into that mental battle of like, well, I don't know what's next, I only know that I want to do something different, I only know that I want to be in alignment, you know, because there are parts of it that I do know. I don't want to follow the mold. I don't want to carry the weight of all of these expectations of the people who've gone before me and put their journey out there. You know, it's like I really want to do my own thing, but what does that look like? And so that's been the struggle for me. I think sometimes the way that I communicate that on my platform is like that I struggle with like speaking in front of people, and God knows we know that's not true.
Michigan.
You know, like it's not that, it's more about lining this message up with my soul and allowing this to be more of a soul's work instead of just, you know, give yourself away to everybody else. I'm finding my oneness in loving myself And I know that's not everybody's path, but it's mine. And so I guess today I had a pretty big shift in the fact that this was all brought into my awareness again. That this new way of making, for me it's making videos, but for anybody else it could be anything. For you it's, this new way of doing your business. There is no instruction booklet. There is nothing saying like this is how we do it. You just got to follow your heart and put one foot in front of the other, and wherever that leads you, trust that is the path, So I just wanted to talk about that with you and share the channel, because the channel I actually did, it's soft and it's good, it's quiet, it's soothing. It was good for me.
Yeah.
It was really good for me today.
So what shifted? What shifted for you? When did you realize something different, or you just?
Well, yeah, it really, when I had been presented with the way that I had done it before and how it came off so effortless, whereas now it probably seems like I'm worrying. It's not a worry, it's trying to get into alignment with what I'm creating and who I am, and kind of lining that all up. And what I recognize today is that I can't always articulate that because it hasn't been 100% grounded into me. But you can't ground it if you don't do it. So it's like I'm in the process of doing it still while I'm videotaping and making channels or doing whatever, yet trying to talk about it. It's, it's like the experience is here, but the words are not here. So I think what really sank in for me today is that if you want to communicate something clearly, you have to be able to ground in your own understanding. And that just pulls me back to like the foundation of everything, the foundation of your spirituality, the foundation of who you are. It's just grounding yourself further into that knowing. So it kind of let me be let off the hook a little bit today when I sat down, because this morning the thing that was coming through my consciousness is, okay, what's next? What's next? How do I do this? What's next? What do we talk about next? Because the mind always wants to be engaged in what's next for other people. What do they need? Where are they at? And that's not the way I want to do it. I want to do this from where am I at? What am I working with? What am I acknowledging and learning? Because then it serves both purposes. There's such an energetic imbalance when you only channel for the collective, or you only do your energy work for the collective and not yourself. Like there's such an imbalance in that. So to try and find a way or create a way, more or less, where I can have that balance.
Anybody is doing things for outside of themselves, you're operating with a half cup.
Yeah.
Not a full cup. So alignment is coming into yourself. What excites me right now? What sounds like fun? And it doesn't have to be rocket science. And it's just going from what's next that's fun, what's next that's fun. And it doesn't have to be monumental. It's just a little bit of, this feels better than this. That momentum will build up and sort of snowball. And in reality, also in grounding the new ideas and the inspirations, those will come when you take a step forward. It's scary because you don't see where your foot's going to land, but then the bridge starts folding.
And that's the creation,
right?
And that's what came through in the channel today. It was like trust.
Yeah.
And I see how it all ties back around, because the process I did just before the channel was to sit and invite back in that pink light that I've been working with, and just let it kind of center me.
Yeah.
And in that moment, it brought exactly what you're saying forward. Like, you're creating. You have to trust that your creation is going to manifest before you as you move forward.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the fun part, because as you move forward, the inspiration comes in. And, you know, going back to what we were talking about yesterday, keeping it simple. Stay in the simplicity of, what did I say? I just lost my train of thought. What was I talking about yesterday? How I wonder, you know, I wonder
the creation of it, like the desire.
If we went in this direction, I wonder, just be very light, and it keeps the resistance
and the
out.
possibility.
Just kind of play in that ease. You know, curiosity. Stay in that lighthearted curiosity. Ooh, what if we did this? Ooh. And ultimately, you're satisfied. You're claiming, I'm doing this for me and doing that because, would it be cool? And that inspiration, that's where that opens the door to inspiration and passion. Just keep it simple.
Yeah. That's a good reminder for me. Things are a little bit more complex sometimes. Keeping it simple is where it's at.
Totally. That keeps it lighthearted and fun.
Yeah.
You know, the brain wants to break it all down. It wants to have a plan.
Figure it out.
Map it out. That's no fun. It's just like brainstorming, you know? It's like, I don't know.
It brings tears to my eyes even just thinking about that, because that's exactly what I want to let go of. Just all of that need to control. Expectations.
All that's out the window. Just
expectations are heavy. Heavy. You know? And letting that go is such a free feeling. Free feeling. But with letting that go, also, it's like all of the responsibility is then yours. All of it. You know? Yeah. You want to watch it?
Let's watch it.
Good. Showing me how the only thing that matters is my inner voice and my inner knowing. As you ground who you are, the things around you will change a little. that's okay. Every change will serve you and bring you closer to the things that you are wanting. To be fully understood, you must be in complete alignment with your words. And when something still feels cloudy within you, finding the alignment that brings the clarity of the words that match the vibration of exactly what it is you're trying to express. It gets cloudy. Only when you don't take the time to ground in. What do you believe now? What is your truth now? How do you feel about this now? Allow yourself the space to be free. The expectations of others only bother you, trigger you, when you accept them to be true. Because you don't fight against something if you know it's not true. So if it creates resistance, really take the time to look at that and decide what's true. It's not a healing, it's an activation. And we want to continually bring that forward, that we are not in a space of healing anymore. We are in a space of activating. So the messages that are coming through are just reminders for you to continually activate this newer, higher version of who you are. It's okay to not know what's next. It's also okay to not figure it out. Allow yourself to be in these new frequencies and feel them. Ground in them. Take in all of the information. Half the time when you can't find your clarity, it's because you haven't given yourself enough time to soak in everything that that frequency is going to deliver to you. It's like getting a quarter of the message and trying to make a decision. This is a part of you coming in to this expanded version of yourself. this is how you are going to, yes, create, but also become and choose and have fun. Utilizing your tools to advance your consciousness. You know exactly what to do. And if it's fun for you to create human interaction and really ground in the expansion that you're learning and coming to, it'll be a lot of fun. This path of creation, this path of deciding what you want to experience and lining yourself up with the manifestation. It takes a lot of stability. We want you to know it's okay to be proud of where you are, to celebrate everything. Like we've told you before, when there are experiences around you that you know you're just here to observe, don't be bothered by the fact that they are there. There's never a crowd at the leading edge. So continue your channel and continue to play. And continue to create. And let what comes come. And continue to ground so fully in your truth that nothing else matters. We are here to offer you what's needed as you continue to move through your heart opening. It is the higher heart being expanded at this time. And through this expansion, you are being called into a new you. The fullest. Go there. Do it anyway. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Be adventurous in the way you navigate this new path.
I think that was perfect. I think that was absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And it's, when you say, we use a lot of terms like grounding things in, and it doesn't, I don't know, sometimes we say things and it's like, what does that really mean? When grounding things, like for me, when I channel, my version of grounding it is to write it out. And now it's figuring out, for artists, it's painting or something, and you're trying to figure out how you want to express yourself, and how we want to together.
Yeah.
And that's the fun part, just trying to figure out what that looks like. What is our flavor in that?
Yeah. I just,
And the
watching
hardest-
that all over again, I just got like my second dose of like love for the day. So I'm
Love
like
wash.
in La La Land.
So basically,
It's very empowering to watch. Like I was just saying, like this channel is to me. So to like sit back and watch it back again, listening like to myself, speaking to myself, and seeing that level of wisdom in my eyes and knowing that that's for me, it's a game changer.
Yes.
Like I recommend everybody sits and videotapes themselves speaking to their higher self.
Hello, self.
Because it's an incredible experience. But I really I don't really have much to say because I'm still grounding in everything that I received today.
I think the key is, getting on board with yourself. That's what alignment is.
Yeah.
It is, I'm gonna do this. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do it, but I'm choosing to do this, and I'm gonna do it in whatever way is the most fun for me.
Well, and I think a lot of times as an empath, we can let self-doubt and that uncertainty kind of paralyze us, and I don't know that that's just an empath thing. It might be an everybody thing. I don't know.
It's just a fear thing. It's a fear in what if, and it's too much caring about what other people think. But when the truth is, the cool thing about this, you don't have to show it to anybody. You can.
Yeah, I don't really feel like I care what other people think. The fear thing is more. It's a trust thing for me. It's still it goes back to
trusting yourself.
Trusting myself 100%. Yeah. And that goes back to this self-love. I don't know.
Well, you're not.
It's a very strange
confidence.
thing. Nobody teaches you how to honor yourself and how to, give yourself what you need so that you can remain happy, balanced, and nobody teaches you to have a louder inner voice than the external world that wants to
There's a lot of programming.
put you in a box, you know? It's
Yeah.
like, so all of these things, we have to put them together and put all these puzzle pieces together so that they work for us.
Because in the end, you don't do your homework. You can.
There's no movement.
There's nothing. You stay in the same
People will
spot.
outgrow you left and right.
Left and right. Because
Yeah.
you'll still be channeling the same message and not expand. And I've seen that in a lot of the older gurus that I used to listen to. It's their message is the same, and it has been for 20 years.
Yeah.
You know. Morning, I was thinking where we were talking about how fear plays in, and then I was playing around this morning, driving. It's like, you know, what if fear really is a program? And then in the channel you were saying, I forget what you were saying. My brain's not working today. You said something that triggered that.
The blessing of me being able to edit videos.
Yeah, we're not healing anymore. We're now just
We're activating.
We're deciding.
Yeah.
And I was like,
choosing what
okay.
we want to experience.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, what if fear really is a program? So I was kind of playing around with that. It's like, okay, let's just pull the fear out and look at it. So I just kind of did that, and it brought up some anxiety. And then I said, now, what's the truth in this? And I just really started stating my truth. And in stating my truth, I realized how invalid that fear was. Like, that's ridiculous.
That's exactly what the guides are saying.
It went away like that.
Making sure that your inner voice is louder than this external reality, than this experience.
Yeah, the results would have been different. So when you said that, I was like, that's true, because I just experienced that 2 hours ago in the car. And it's like, wow. And it was so simple and just, well, this is the truth, this is the truth, this is the truth about that, and about me, and this is who I am. It was more
this
of claiming,
is what I think.
This is more of claiming
your
who I
energy,
am.
yeah.
This is actually what I'm great at.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just really debunked the whole program. But there was something very magical in going, what if fear really is just a program? It allowed me the space to be able to clear it.
Yeah.
I freed up my resistance about...
Just like that.
Just like that, about fear has to be really hard to overcome fear, you know. Oh, God.
And so today, me sitting down and just setting up the camera and going to channel and bringing information on like what I can do to shift my perspective, really.
Yeah.
You know, on what I was experiencing, and using, you know, like they keep saying, using our gifts for us first, and letting that be the message and letting that be the teacher. So it's nice to play in this new energy. I'm excited to see kind of how this unfolds.
Yeah, it's fun.
But that's it.
Cut.
The nap time now.
It's that time. Yeah, that's fun.